Once we have understood these diagrams, let us read what is written there. So, as the north pole of the bar magnet, that means this first diagram, as the north pole of the bar magnet moves towards the coil, it is moving towards the coil, the magnetic flux through the coil increases. So, the magnetic field will increase in this coil. Hence, the current is induced in coil in such a direction that it opposes the increase in flux. So, that we have seen. So, current is in anti-clockwise. In anti-clockwise, this will oppose this increase in flux, that we have already seen. Now, magnetic moment associated with this current has north polarity towards the north pole approaching the magnet, that we have also seen, that if this is north pole, this is also producing north pole, because we have seen direction in this way. Okay, inside magnet direction is from south to north, outside it is from north to south. Similarly, if north pole is magnet is being withdrawn from the coil, that means second case. Let us see the second case. Now in the second case, what we are doing, if north pole of the magnet, we are taking this far, is being withdrawn from the coil, that means we are taking it away, the magnetic flux through the coil will decrease. So now magnetic flux is decreasing because north side is moving away. To encounter this decrease in magnetic flux, the induced current in the coil flows in clockwise direction. So now the current will flow in clockwise direction. So this time south pole is created this side. So which will try to attract this north side and maintain the flux. So here flux is increasing, but it is trying to oppose the increase in flux. Here the flux is decreasing. This current is trying to oppose the decrease in flux. So such that it is producing a current that opposes the cause producing it. What is the cause? Movement of magnet. So it is opposing the cause, whether magnet is coming close or magnet is going far. So it is opposing that cause. Now let us see. Now consider these figures. They provide an easier way to understand the induced current. Note that the direction shown by N and S indicate the direction of the induced currents. So they have found some way in which way you can remember. If north is coming close, so you can write this way. That means anti-clockwise. If north is going far, so you can write south or S. So south pole is created. If north is coming, north pole is created to just oppose this. If north pole is going far, south pole is creating just to attract this. Okay, so whatever happening, it will try to just oppose that. Now let us understand why this happens. Okay, a little reflection means thinking. A little thinking on this matter would convince us on the correctness of Lenz's law. Suppose that induced current was in the direction opposite to that depicted. Suppose if it is not north but it is south. Okay, so this is not anti-clockwise but clockwise, and this becomes south end. Suppose this is not correct. If Lenz's law is not correct, then what will happen? So this becomes south and this becomes north. Then what will happen? So in this first figure, in that case, the south pole due to induced current will face the approaching north pole. So we see south pole is towards north pole. In that case, what will happen? The bar magnet will then be attracted towards the coil, that we know. North side will be attracted towards the south at an ever increasing acceleration, because at its come close, so speed will increase, that means acceleration will increase. Further comes close, further acceleration will increase. So a gentle push. So suppose we have a coil here and very far magnet is here. So even if we push little bit, so this is south, this is north, it will keep on attracting this. It will keep on attracting. So little bit, then speed will increase, then further increase, then further increase. So a little push towards this south side will just throw it into this coil. So acceleration will ever increase. So it will keep on going this side. A gentle push on the magnet will initiate the process and its velocity and kinetic energy will continuously increase, because as the distance is reduced, the magnet will attract with more power, so velocity is further increased, then further distance reduced, further power increased. So what will happen? Velocity and kinetic energy will continuously increase without any expending any energy, which is not possible, because we know for energy we have to do some work. Here we are not doing any work, still energy is increasing. That is not possible. If can happen, one could construct a perpetual motion machine, that we are not going into this. But the problem with this violates the law of conservation of energy, hence cannot happen, because energy is keep on increasing without pushing anything. So we are not working, but energy is increasing. So this will not happen. Now let us consider another case in this. So S cannot be here, because in that case magnet will keep on going towards this side without any work done. Now let us see the normal case, which is correct case. In this situation, the bar magnet experience a repulsive force, because this side is now the north side, this side is now north side. So we have a repulsion due to induced current, so we have a repulsion. Therefore a person has to do work, so we have to do some work to push it here, do work in moving the magnet. Where does the energy spent by the person go? So we are working and we are putting some energy. This energy dissipated by Joule heating produced in this current. Okay, so this work done is producing this current. So in this way Lenz law is perfectly correct. So if this is opposite, so there is a violation of energy. But if correct form of Lenz law is valid, which is valid, then this will become north pole. It will try to oppose this coming. We have to put some extra effort. As we bring close, we have to put more work, and this work will generate a current which will dissipate in Joule heating, Now we have understood the Lenz law. Let us understand this example 6.4. Figure 6.7, this is figure 6.7, shows planar loops of different shapes moving out or into a region of magnetic field. So this is a magnetic field, and you know this is a cross magnetic field. That means magnetic field, this is the south pole and north pole is somewhere here in an arrow. Okay, so this is the direction of the magnetic field. Now, so magnetic field is something like this. So magnetic field is inside the plane of paper. So that's why we have shown it by a cross. Shows the planar loops. So there we have different loops. This A, D, C, B. This triangular loop. This is rectangular loop, and this is irregular loop. So these are planar loops. What is planar loops? That means these are 2D loops. These are not 3D loops. 2D. Planar loops means 2D loops. Now these are moving inside or getting outside. This one is getting outside, this one is also getting outside, this one is getting inside this magnetic field, which is directed normal to the plane of the loop. So plane of the loop is plane of this paper, and this magnetic field is perpendicular to this. That means inside this paper, inside the plane of this paper. So magnetic field is perpendicular to these planes. Determine the direction of induced current in each loop using Lenz law. So now we have to tell whether the current produced here will be anti-clockwise or clockwise. So that we have to tell using Lenz law. Now let us see. So what is the first loop? See, this is first loop. So it is entering in the magnetic field. It is entering. The magnetic flux through the rectangular loop, this first loop, ABCD will increase. Due to the motion of the loop into the region of magnetic field, the induced current must flow along the path BCDAB, so it opposes the increasing flux. since it is entering in the magnetic field. Okay, it is entering in the magnetic field, so flux is increasing in this. Outside flux was 0, inside flux is something, let us say some positive quantity, so flux is increasing. So how can we oppose the increasing flux? Just by flowing anti-clockwise current, anti-clockwise current. Okay, so what is the direction? B, C, D, A, B. So let us mark. So B, C, D, A, B. So this is anti-clockwise current. So we are seeing anti-clockwise current. Why? Just to oppose this flux. Now let us see for this triangular loop. So what will happen in case of triangular loop? Triangular loop is getting out of this magnetic field. Due to the outward motion, magnetic flux through the triangular loop ABC decreasing. So since it is going out, so the flux is decreasing. So it will try to increase flux. So due to outward motion, so flux will decrease, due to which induced current flowing along the BACB. So what is the direction? BACB. So this is clockwise. This is clockwise current. Now in third case, what happens in this third case? Irregular loop. This is also going out of this magnetic field. As the magnetic flux decreasing in this as well, due to the motion of irregular shaped loop ABCD out of region, here also the magnetic flux is decreasing. The induced current flows along CDABC, CDABC. That means again clockwise direction. So clockwise direction is increasing the magnetic field. If this direction is clockwise, that is increasing the magnetic field. Why? Because it is going out of the field, that means magnetic flux is decreasing. Now there are some special point that needs to be mentioned. Note that once this is completely outside, once it is completely outside or completely inside, there is no change in flux. So there will be no current, because once it is inside, this is whole thing is in magnetic field, there is no change in flux, so current will be 0. Or if it is completely outside, again current will be 0, because flux is not changing. Flux should be changing. That means either it is just at the boundary of this into entering, or it is coming out of this field. If it is completely out of field or completely inside the field, there will be no current.